Okay, and we're back. So here's the third build. So this one is kind of like a more of a ultra budget computer. So I had a bunch of extra parts still laying around, and I figure I still had enough parts to make a whole PC. So that's what this one is. So the case, it's an oldie but goodie. It's called a Corsair Spec-01. I think it's from the year 2014. And it's kind of historical for me because my very first custom computer was I went to Micro Center and I bought a Corsair Spec-02. I think it was called the Red Edition, and that one comes with red LED fans. So I have that case downstairs in storage now. So this case came to me because on the north side of Chicago, I bought a couple of computers that had AM3 motherboards in it. So this case came with one of them, and the other case was some sort of aluminum, Antec aluminum case, which I have in storage. So, and it's a big bulky case, but I figure I keep this one out just for fun because it's really nice and light, you know. So I figured I can reuse it for just an ultra budget build, right? So that's what this is, you know. And you know, some sort of case to house all these extra parts I had laying around right now. And I actually did a Craigslist haul the other day, so I'm looking for. I got to go back out there and pick up another case. Actually, I don't know if it's still available, but on the north side of Chicago there is an Antec. I think it is, right? An Antec case with an acrylic window, and the guy only wants $20 for it. It's in pretty good condition. It's an oldie but goodie. So stay tuned for that. You know, we'll see if it's still available because, you know, like these the best time to do Craigslist pickups is usually in the spring and the summer. That's when everybody's moving and cleaning their house, and you know they wanna sell away all their old stuff. So that's the best time to do it. So that's a tip from me to you. Craigslist, spring and summer. Always check every day all the computer section and the computer parts section. Anyway, so that's the case if you're wondering. Spec-01, Corsair Spec-01. There's reviews on YouTube if you want to see it. Corsair Spec-01. If I remember, I'll try to add the name of the case in the description and in the title. So, what else I put in this ultra budget build? I put 3 fans, right? 3 120 case fans, plain, non-ARGB, just regular plain 3-fan ARGB fans. For the motherboard, it's an Asus AM3 Plus motherboard. The CPU is FX 6300, 6-core, 6-thread CPU. And what else? For video card, we have an RX 570. And for power supply, we have a thermal take for power supply. And then for power supply extensions, I just added 3 leftover. I added 3 leftover power supply extensions. So on the top we got a gold clear, a gold jacketed, I think it's called gold jacketed silicone clear. And then this one is a plain plain power supply extension, no braid, no nothing. And then down here is a blue one. And then I noticed that the panel here is rusted out, so I didn't want to use that panel anymore to turn the computer on. So I just added a power switch. You can buy these in Amazon, I think for like $10, and it comes with a, you know, power switch, reset switch, and 2 LED fans. So that's my universal little ghetto rig, right? And I picked up a 125 gig SSD from eBay, right? And I guess that's it. Yep. And in the front of the case, if you're wondering how it looks like, that's how the front of the case looks like, right? And you know, you can just carefully from the bottom pop it off if you want to service the fans or the filter, right? And into the back, you got a nice little easy cover. It has a hump on it, so easy cable management. And that's how the back looks like. Power supply, slots, right? This case has the old-fashioned, old-school bars. So, you know, like I say, if you have the case empty, I recommend with a Dremel, a wheel cutter, cut off the bars that you know you don't need, so that you have full access to plug in the video card. You know, because these bars, sometimes the bar is right next to the outlet, and then you can't fully plug in your plug. So the bar has to be cut or bent out of the way. So I just think it looks more professional if you just cut off the bar, right? Wi-Fi, right? Wi-Fi, you know. Always buy extra Wi-Fi antennas for your Wi-Fi thingy, right? What else should you always have? Always have a bunch of extra Wi-Fi cards. Always good to have extra video card brackets. You know, stock up, right? Right. Okay, so I think that's it for this little video segment. So this is computer build number 3, right? So we did the Street Fighter, then we did the Gamdias Talas case. This is the 3rd build, which is the Corsair case with the FX6300. That's the number 3, and the last case for today is going to be the Montech Air 100, which is a MATX case, and the motherboard is going to be an Acer OEM motherboard. The CPU is i7 6700, so that's 6th generation Skylake with you know, DDR4, right? DDR4 2400. So I'll show you that next. And then we'll go to the kitchen, and then after I show you the Montech case, then we'll move to the kitchen. I'll move the tripod and my shop light. We'll move it to the kitchen, and then I'll show you the computers. I'll turn them on because I got the power supply and the power strip. I have the power strip on the kitchen table ready to go, and then we'll do a quick power on segment so you can see how they look like when I turn them on, if you're interested, right? So that's it for this segment. I will be right back. Ciao.